Jeremiah, your intro.
See you, Jeremiah.
Hey,
your
the
thing.
music's really quiet. I can't hear it at all. I think that it's playing, so I'm trying to stall. Bars.
Yeah.
The volume on the song. Or is that the time that it's been playing? This long?
Fading it out.
Faded.
Well, welcome
no,
back.
we don't drink like that. Nah, this ain't a rap.
Oh no.
What is
We're
happening?
3 white boys. Eminem has enemies.
Welcome back to I think we finally decided on a
What
name.
the
I think that's
heck?
Wow. Yo, hey, what's going on, everybody?
we finally got a name, I think.
I think what's her name? What's her
We're
name?
rolling with I like content not included. I think that's what we had talked about rolling with.
I like it. Content
Yeah.
not included. It's a
So welcome
Yeah.
back to content not included, where we don't give you any
content. Got him.
The content is found under our Patreon.
Yeah.
Just hit the link in the description below.
Yes. Yeah.
Or you can donate directly to my PayPal.
Stick around after the show for the
Yep.
subscribers only portion.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All of the content is paid for. Hidden behind a paywall, of course, as all good things should be.
But no, yeah, so
EA
so
games.
that's exciting. It only took us till the third episode to figure out a name, but we did it.
Easy.
No. But you got to make sure that when you're doing something like this, that you start out, you get a good name. You got to make sure that you have one that's going to
We'll
last
change it next
and a
week.
regret afterwards. So
Yeah.
All
right, quick food segment, guys.
Yeah, a food segment.
What did we have on Sunday?
Sunday
You
we
forgot
went
already.
to the Bronx Pizza.
Bronx Pizza. Let me type
Bronx
it up.
Pizza, located in kind of like Hillcrest area.
Yes.
Uh,
North Park, for those of you familiar with San Diego, North Park, Hillcrest.
Uh-oh. Michael, your address just popped up.
What?
It's fine.
Yeah.
We're just
Oh,
gonna,
that's not on the.
somebody's gonna dox Michael.
Okay.
That's not on the thing.
I was like, you just doxed. Well, you just doxed yourself on my stream.
You doxed yourself.
Oh.
In the words of the great DJ Khaled.
I'll say that and
Oh, well.
get rid of that portion.
You doxed yourself.
Anyways, Bronx
Anyway,
Pizza.
yeah.
There we go. Super
Pizza, yes.
casual, chill spot. It looks like, you know.
Yep, you just show up. They say, "Hey, we got the pies. You want the pizza pie or the pie pizza?" And we're like, "We want the pizza pie." None of them talk like that at all.
It was interesting because
it was.
Okay.
It looked like it had like a dining room.
Okay, Jeremiah,
which obviously was closed.
backstory. Why did we go here? Like,
Yes.
why?
Oh, right. So, Barstool Sports, right? They have the pizza review, one bite. Everybody knows the rules, you know, the one bite pizza app. So we got that, and Dave Portnoy, he rated this pizza spot in 8.1, I believe, on the pizza scale out of 10. You know. So I was like, well, it's the best pizza here in San Diego, so let's go try it out. And we did.
So
he said that it was the most authentic pizza to Bronx Pizza, like New York pizza. This is what it was.
Are you showing this through the stream, Michael?
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's not the one. Crap.
Oh, he did Chuck E. Cheese? Oh,
Costco Pizza?
Wait.
Wait. Now you caught Paul's eye.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Hold up.
I love Costco, dude. Anyway, so Dave Portnoy did a review though.
I can't find it.
One bite, everybody knows the rules.
One bite, everybody knows the rules, but nobody really knows the rules. So we saw that and we're like, okay, cool. We were sitting there eating wings one Sunday after church and everything. We were like, okay, this is gonna be our next spot. So we headed out there. It was pretty good. It was kind of interesting. It looked like it had like a dining room area, which obviously was closed due to COVID. But it had the cool little like traditional, like you would think of like a in like New York or something, you have the little storefront, which right on the sidewalk where you walk up to the window. Yep, exactly. You walk up to the window and order. They had a limited selection of stuff due to COVID as well, but we ended up getting one pepperoni and one sausage because nobody wanted to pay for extra toppings. Um, which is fine. But yeah, so Michael, I think, actually liked this the best out of everybody.
I love this pizza. Let me
I
tell
don't know.
you.
I think Michael and I enjoyed the pizza the same amount. It's just I was a harder grader.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this pizza. It was like my favorite type of pizza, like thinner crust, just amazingness. And let me tell you, I kind of felt like crap the next few days.
Did you really?
Oh,
So-
really?
Wow.
Okay, because I ate
wow.
half of an 18-inch. I had 4 pieces,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
I mean, I
then-
had 5, dude. What?
So this is why, okay? I had for breakfast Sunday morning, I had like hardly any breakfast.
not
I had eggs,
Yeah,
I think,
I mean-
like a little bit of eggs and hash browns, not anything big. And then I had these 4 pieces of pizza because I was starving. And then I got called into work accidentally. Well, that's another story. But anyways, I didn't eat dinner properly. So when I was at work, on my break, I went to Walmart to go get dinner, and I just bought like a little microwavable mac and cheese packet. Disgusting.
Okay, well,
And I had like, I don't know, some peanut butter M&Ms and just other crap, right?
I'm starting to think the pizza might
So-
not have been the problem. Dude.
Okay,
I'm starting to
so-
see that.
I don't
okay.
I think his establishment of work is the problem here.
No,
I think
so
that's
I
what it's gonna
didn't eat that. Like the chip or the mac and cheese was like the most I ate, right? Which wasn't even that much. So I ate that, a little bit of M&Ms. Next morning, I woke up late, totally forgot to eat breakfast. So I ate lunch and I had the remaining 3 pieces of pizza. And that afternoon, my body was like, like all you have is carbs in you. And
Yeah.
I could not like move. I was
To some people out there, right? This is gonna sound, you're gonna resonate. This is gonna resonate with you. Like, oh man, yeah, totally know what he means. Like once I eat unhealthy, blah blah blah. Oh, I
Yeah.
feel terrible. But then there's like people like me, where it's like, what are you talking about? This is every day for me. What?
Well, but like
microwavable mac and cheese, mix some M&Ms in the mac and cheese.
Oh, no.
Eat it. Pour it on top of your pizza. Whatever, dude.
I-
Every meal.
I'm like
Uh,
I'm used to my body's like used to having at least some sort of protein at least once a day, like at least for lunch. And so to go like more than 24 hours without any sort of protein and just basically bread in me, oh my gosh, I was confused.
I would like to point out that cheese is protein.
It is, but it's not like it also is really like stuffy, if that makes sense. Like you get kind of bloated from that too.
From the
I-
cheese?
Do you
Yeah.
have a lactose?
The cheese
like,
was
thing?
really light.
No,
on these
yeah,
pizzas.
Yeah.
no, it wasn't a lot of cheese, but I'm just
I
saying
think-
like it's not a substitute for like a meat necessarily. Yeah, you get protein,
No,
but
yeah,
like
What about
I mean, I
the 3
agree with that.
pepperonis that were on the piece of pizza?
yeah, again, not a lot of protein. Like
I think your critical error there
Um,
was probably going to Walmart with the objective of getting dinner.
well,
I think that was a mistake.
yeah.
Well,
See,
Walmart's
I
usually
wasn't.
have a McDonald's.
See,
inside of
that's
them,
the
so could have just went to a Mickey
this
D's.
one
That one doesn't.
This
yeah.
is Sunday. Everything closed early because Sunday at the mall. So, and honestly, I wasn't that hungry because I had 4 pieces of this pizza. So it was
Yeah.
just something to sustain me over. But dude, I'm telling you, it was amazing pizza. I just set myself up for failure on Monday. I just was not feeling good after that. But I would 100% go again, eat this again. I just wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it was really good pizza. I really enjoyed it as well. The consistency of the pizza itself, consistency, I guess. Crunchiness to the crust. The bread was really great. It had a good
Yeah.
floppiness to it, but it also had a good crunch and like kind of like a cracker, but a little bit thicker,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I like the sauce. Sauce was pretty zesty. It was very light as well as the cheese. And
Yeah.
the pesto that they threw in there was really good too.
You know what I should do? When you started talking about cheese, it reminded me of I just made mac and cheese. I think I told Paul, right? Well,
Yeah,
like
I think
last month, I made mac and cheese. It was amazing. I tried 3 times. The third time was the best time. So maybe one of these Sundays, I make that mac and cheese, and we can talk about that.
Oh,
Because
like
Yeah,
scratch mac and cheese.
I'm trying to
or we
remember why
just
we
or
just
we just come to my house and then make it together, and then eat that, and then it's
were
like
adventures.
a
Can we also
cooking
make
experience.
brownies?
I'm trying to
Mac and cheese
understand.
and
I'm
brownies?
trying to remember like why we were
It'll
talking
be
about
like a
that
TV
though.
dinner.
There was like a specific reason we were talking about you making this mac and cheese.
I probably
Because I
brought it
think you
up. I
said
was so
no,
proud
no,
of it.
no. It was like I think you're like I could make mac and cheese better than whatever it was. Oh,
Oh,
it was the Dave's Hot Chicken mac and cheese. That's what it
oh
was, and it
yeah,
was
Oh,
so
that's a good
gross.
slice
yeah,
of pizza right there.
Yeah, it was so gross that you were like, I made mac and cheese and it was way better than this. And I'm
yeah.
like,
No,
Right,
yeah, I
right,
mean,
right,
the
right.
only mac and cheese that beat the one I
That
made
hands bill.
was Chick-fil-A, and it's pretty
Chick-fil-A
close.
has really good, like their
Like,
mac and cheese does
yeah,
not have any business being that good.
but the stuff I made was pretty close. It just
Yeah,
wasn't very consistent, I guess you could say. Like as consistent
they're
as, oh, every time I get Chick-fil-A mac and cheese, I know I'm getting, you know. But okay,
right.
sorry, that's a side topic. Here's here's our adventure for the pizza. We went to Balboa Park. This is my amazing filmmaking. I totally do this for a living, so
This is Michael holding his phone with one hand while he's trying to eat pizza with his other hand.
yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, I was in heaven here, so
See, look at that
oh,
pizza
here we
right
go.
there.
This is what I'm looking
Oh,
for.
okay, yeah.
That's a good little cross
It's got a
section.
good dangle right there, but you can see that the crust is like firm.
The crust, I have to say, like when it comes to pizza, the crust is probably one of the most
Oh,
important
yeah. That's a
things.
bite right there.
The crust is probably one of the most important things to
Oh
like
man.
not screw up. Because
Oh,
you
that
can
was
have
good.
like I've had pizza where it's like, okay, let me also preface this by saying that pizza is pretty hard to screw up. Like it's one of those things where it's just like you have so many ways to do it right, and it's kind of you have to try to do it wrong almost. But some places still manage to do it. But anyway,
Yeah, I think we were
crust is
kind of
like
all speechless right here. I was.
yeah, crust is like the most important thing, right? Not the most important, but like my thing is like this is my philosophy. If you have amazing toppings, amazing sauce, amazing cheese, but your crust is like not cooked right or the consistency is bad, it's going to completely diminish everything else. But like I can forgive a bad topping or like a cheese blend that's kind of off or sauce that's not like, as zesty as I would like it, right?
Yeah,
But like bad crust will because that's the foundation. Like people you'll notice that,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. So, getting a little bit long on this food segment, but ratings.
We
What
love
what are we
food.
doing ratings wise on this? What are we thinking?
In the video, I believe I said 7.6
Out of 10
or
stars?
7.7.
Out of
Yeah,
out of
out of
10, and that's like this is not our
I feel
Paul
like
and Michael
I feel like if
restaurant
we do
fast food rating
Yeah.
system. This is just like
this is the one bite review.
this
right
is
here.
yeah,
After one bite, I said it was a 7.6.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
think. Michael.
I think I was what did I say, 8, right?
I think you gave it an 8,
Yeah,
and I
I
gave it a
was
7.5.
yeah,
Just
pretty good,
because
man.
I'm way more into Italian
Wait, a
style
7?
pizza. I
I
said
thought you gave it a
7.5.
6.
No, it wasn't that low. No, I gave it a 7. I think I gave it like a
Play the
7.5
VOD.
just because I'm
Play
not
the clip.
yeah, roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
But I'm more into like Italian style pizza than I am like flatbread
Yeah, and I
like
feel
Bronx
like
style.
once
So,
we try different pizza places, and if once we see how bad other pizza is compared to what we just had, I think that'll jump
Yeah.
this one up.
I will say this is probably one of the best pizzas I've had.
Yeah,
it was
it was
pretty
really, really
good. Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah. But yeah, apparently it's super close to like New York style pizza. So
And if you're ever in San
I
Diego
haven't
and
been
you have
to
a
New
chance
York. So.
to go to Balboa Park, go to Balboa Park. It's
Oh yeah,
absolutely incredible.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Probably when everything's open.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
say going
Always
right
go
now
in
is kind of boring unless you just want to look at cool buildings. But and then,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good picnic spot. It's a good afternoon Sunday
a
lunch
lot of
spot.
a lot of school field trips taken there.
But the
Child.
museums that are there are really, really cool.
Yeah, if you guys think about it, like
Even for a kid, they're pretty cool.
Balboa Park is so unique in the sense that like I can't think of another city that has a place like Balboa Park, where Balboa Park almost seems like its own little like town, you know? In a sense, it's like almost like a
It's kind of
Disneyland.
like an old town.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
it's like an amusement park that's not an amusement park.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
You
'Cause
know,
it's a
like
really big, it's a very
yeah,
large property of land
yeah,
that's just set out for museums, uh m-
Yeah.
music shows, whatever. I don't know,
yeah.
like events, whatever it
I
is.
remember
It's like
They
watching.
have gardens. They have multiple gardens within it.
Yeah,
it's one big cultural heritage site,
yeah,
but
that's
for like
true.
all
Yeah,
kinds of different
Yeah, but
cultures.
for
Yeah.
cultures around the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember watching this tech YouTuber once, and he was in San Diego, and he was like a vlogger, and he went for like a ride on his boosted board or something, and he came across Balboa Park.
Mm-mm.
He had never been to San Diego before, and I was watching this video. He's like, so I just stumbled across this area, and I'm like trying to figure out what it is. And he turned the camera around, and it's like Balboa Park, and I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what is this place? Like, I was like, wait, I
Been there
never
many
thought of it that
times.
way. If somebody never knew what this was, just stumbled across it, like,
Yeah.
you'd be like, what the heck is this? Like, is this private property? Why is
Yeah,
there
you'd
so
be
many
like,
people
where am
here?
I? Like, what's
Yeah,
it's a San Diego local thing.
yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, you
A lot of
say,
school field trips taken there,
yeah,
a lot of good times as a kid, which kind of segues into our topic for today, which is you may not know this about us or you can't tell from our social awkwardness, but
maybe we should
all three of us
go ahead.
were homeschooled for some period of time, or entirely throughout our whole school career, variances of that. But
Paul, how
What does it mean to be homeschooled?
well? How long were everybody homeschooled? Because I was only homeschooled technically. Well, okay, homeschooled in the sense that our family had an independent school till I was like 7th grade. And then I went to Heritage, which is like still technically homeschooled, but it's
yeah, I was gonna
actually
say Heritage.
it's
only half
through
counts.
it's well, it's through a system in the sense that like
So
it's
for
a little
homeschooling,
less like
Let's explain what
homeschooling.
homeschooling is, and then we'll get to that.
yeah. So homeschooling is basically like you're not part of the public or private school system or even really charter schools. Some charter schools will have programs where you'll work at home 1 or 2 days out of the week and go to school like the other three. Some charter schools are 5 days. Um, but what you can have a complete independent school where your parents keep all the grades, all the records, submit it to the state, all that. But then you have things like what Michael was talking about, like Heritage, and mine was Grace, I think, where the school
The
will keep
hybrid.
the school will keep your records for the state. They'll take care of all that for you. You submit grades to them, everything like that, but you still are completely schooled at home. Some schools have class days.
Yeah.
Other there's a broad spectrum of like what you can do with homeschooling, but the main thing is you're not part of a public or private like 5 day a week school
Yeah.
necessarily. So yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you get uh, basically if you're homeschooled, you wake up, do your chores, do your school before lunch, and then have the rest of the afternoon to play.
So, okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here because that was not my experience
That's
at all.
that's the I know it's
That's the
no
conception, though.
that's not yeah that's well there were some days that like or years that could be more obvious, but like obviously it's not that case all the time or
Right.
majority of the time, but
Yeah.
but it is like that is possible. Yeah, dude, so homeschooling, what did we want to talk about in this segment? Just homeschooling in
Kind of our
general?
just this is our like our homeschooling experiences
Adventures,
or school
homeschooling
experiences
adventures.
in general.
Yeah, so I don't
I
know.
think we wanted to
I
kind of
don't
start off with like what our history like how long we were homeschooled, right?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I was homeschooled till 7th grade. Well, okay, no. I was homeschooled independently till 7th grade, then joined Heritage, which is like a hybrid charter school mix. And then I say that I only say that because there's a very distinct difference between those two different styles.
Yes.
Because before it was like so homeschooling has this stigma. It's like, oh well, these kids are unsocialized and like this is really bad
Yeah.
for the kids because you'll never see any friends or anything like that. And
Yes.
so before 7th grade, I had like close friends in my neighborhood I would play with all the time, and friends I still have today, and and then there'd be like extracurricular stuff I would do during the week, whether it be Awana or um park days, where
Park
park days
days.
is where
Yes.
all the homeschool families come together and decide let's all socialize our kids.
That's basically what they are.
Basically,
The
but and it's where unsupervised play can happen and you get tackle football down on the grass field and no and I mean there's field trips with other homeschooled families. It's like it's not at all like kids locked in their house never to see the light of day as it could seem. But I will say that after 7th grade, I have I made so many friends through Heritage and stuff like that. I did like football. We did class days 2 days a week. So we went to like we had like half days. I had, 6
Mhm.
classes one semester at the places. It's just a really different vibe. So I like to make the distinction between that. It's like, oh, I was homeschooled up till 7th grade, and then I joined like a charter homeschool program. So I still homeschooled, but like the vibe and the experience was way different. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So for me, I was homeschooled year 1 through 7, grade 1 through 7. I didn't even go to kindergarten
Whoa,
because my mom
too
thought I was too
smart for
smart
it.
for kindergarten. Yeah. I mean,
I
that's the
guessed
kind of
it.
the stereo like my child is far too smart to waste his time learning about shapes and colors, you know. I've already got him doing calculus when he's 5 years old now, but
It's true.
so years 1 through 7 I was homeschooled, and then years 9, so just my mom taught me, she ordered the curriculum through Grace Christian, which was basically just this little office up off of Ruffin Road up in, that area, by kind of like Fry's and everything. You know where that is. Um and it was just an office, and like there was never a class day there. We never went there. Apparently they had like football, baseball teams. I don't know where they practiced because it's in the middle of
At
just like
parks.
the street.
My
Yeah.
my flag
But
football team played against them.
my point is like oh really? Okay, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't know that though from going there because it wasn't like Heritage where it had a facility where you would have classes.
Well,
Nothing.
Heritage doesn't have a facility necessarily. They have an office, and then they have
Yeah,
like 5 class days at 5 different churches, basically,
sure.
all on
What
different
I'm saying
days.
is this school never had class days.
Yeah, it
Or
was.
if they did, I didn't know about them because my mom never took me. So,
I want to say they had at least one. They weren't. I don't think it was as big as Heritage, but like,
yeah. No.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so that was year 1 through 7, and then year 8 I'll skip for now, so I'll come back to that. 9 through 12 I was homeschooled again. all through high school, but there was a program you could buy. My mom loved this curriculum called Abeka,
Oh
which
boy,
was yeah. So I know Michael knows about Abeka,
I
but
never did it.
basically it's this advanced placement, um, advanced placement type stuff. It's all like super accelerated curriculum, so it's hard, right? And not having like a real teacher is kind of tough because like my mom did the best she could, but she's not like a teacher. Teach like she doesn't have a credential, you know. I
She's got
mean,
the
so
answer book.
there was a lot of yeah. She had the answer book, and she's like, okay, let's figure it out together. So I'm not stupid, I promise. But
He's
so for years 9 through
graduating in
12,
a week
I am from
from
college
college,
actually.
getting his
Yeah.
bachelor's.
So, yes. So I did something right, but
Pie champ.
but so basically years 9 through 12, that same college that produces that curriculum actually they have a program where you can buy they recorded all these classes, right? So they actually recorded these high school classes all through the year, same students, same teacher and everything. And then they had it available to buy. It's like $1,000 for the whole year or something, which isn't bad for like 6 or 7 subjects. And there's like 160 days of lessons for all of these subjects that you could just go on their web player and watch. And then you get the books and you kind of like go along like you're in the class. Um, which was interesting. It was kind of like Zoom learning before Zoom learning was cool, but also not live and pre-recorded. So if you had a question, you kind of either had to hope the students asked it or they have like a helpline you can call.
Like,
But
come
I
on,
used to hate
Timmy,
doing
ask
that.
that question.
Yeah, I was like, come
Ah!
on, let's go, lucky sevens, Timmy. But um, it, yeah. So then there was like a helpline you could call if you had problems or whatever. But I didn't really like doing that.
One
My
eight
mom used
hundred
to like
helpline.
my
This
mom
is
used to like
Rebecca
make me
speaking.
try to like anytime I had a math question or anything, my mom used to make me like try to call them and talk to them.
And I
And I
won't.
didn't want to do that, so I just like look at Khan Academy on YouTube or whatever.
I will. I
And
want to point out.
so
I want to point out like this is before you could just Google something. You know, like
not well, not really. I mean, because I graduated in
well,
2014.
yeah, but like still, like it's not like today. I would say like
I think
No.
there's
what Michael's saying is it it was before the internet was as every single day as it is right now. Right?
yeah.
That
Yeah.
everyone uses the internet every single day
I
for everything.
yeah,
Like,
and
well, when we were growing up, we grew up like right as that was
happening was
happening.
yeah. So it was
everyone
you
was getting
I
you
on the
remember the
internet.
dial-up noise, dude.
like YouTube was yeah, YouTube was there, but like it would never be something you would necessarily go, let me go like look up how to
Yeah.
do
Right.
this certain thing,
Mhm.
you know, like
With the exception, the notable exception of Khan Academy.
yeah, I
Khan
mean,
Academy was
I looked
helped
at
me
Khan
so much.
Academy only when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I don't
never
even know what
before
that
then.
is. I never
And so my homeschool experience was homeschooled up until my junior year of high school, and then I went to a public school just because I was pretty much like failing. I was failing
Oh,
school at home. Yeah.
yikes.
So I needed to like get out and like because there's only so much that my mom could teach me.
Jeremiah
Because I
needed to
needed to have
socialize.
outside help, with education,
Yeah.
So but before that, my mom was my teacher and the teacher of all of my siblings, right? Every day was, you wake up and my mom's there, sets everyone down, and a lot of us we did like even though we were in different grades, we all did the same like school.
Wait, hold on.
It was
Jared over
I mean,
here
we-
doing 12th
like,
grade math,
things
and
like
Jeremiah's
history.
like, I'm trying,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I'm trying.
It was like the
Currently,
things
he's
that, like,
5.
history or things that you go over repeatedly throughout your schooling.
Yeah.
Everyone's you literally learn the same exact thing throughout every grade or every set of grades.
Those
you
Oregon
know?
Trails,
always a
baby.
So
review.
it's
There's
very
always a
interesting.
review. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the first like month, it's just like this is what we learned last year. I'm like, yeah, let's leave it there because we got new stuff to learn. And
Right, but even with
but
that, it's like you learn some stuff in uh like you learn stuff K through whatever 7th grades, K through 6,
K
and
through
then
eighth, I'd
you've
say.
learned that same exact stuff 7th, 8th, 9th grade, and then you
Yeah.
learn that same exact stuff for the other grades. Like you just repeat the same things over and over again. You know, with the exception of math because some people go into higher things and whatever. But for the elementary stuff, that's some stuff that you go over repeatedly throughout your school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair
So
enough.
we kind of
Elementary school
have
is what everybody knows.
right. So you can see there's kind of like a whole. There's no one way that people do this. That do
Right.
homeschool either.
So yeah. And like with the homeschooling thing, everything that Michael said is pretty much what I did. Um, like with the co-op, which was different homeschooling families get together and come together and all work on some kind of project together or some kind of learning, like I don't know, I don't even know what you call it, you know,
Called the
the-
like
CLC.
togetherness learning,
Yeah. Collaborate, learn, communicate, or
collaborative
whatever.
learning.
Yeah.
oh
Collaborative
man,
learning.
it's
And it was
Yeah.
all sorts of different things that we did,
Group projects.
from like arts and crafts to like science projects to
yeah.
talent shows or
Do you
And science fairs too, right?
yeah.
Jeremiah, do you
Yeah.
remember, like, I went to a couple different like park days back in the day, but we definitely, our families went to one that was the same. But do you remember with like typically most park days was just like you show up and all the kids just have fun and the moms go and
So-
talk about everything, and then there's
Yeah,
that
so
rare
what a park
occurrence.
day-
Oh yeah, go ahead, explain what park day is.
So what a park day is all these homeschool families all around they know each other somehow, probably from Facebook.
Oh, if you're
or
a
MySpace or
homeschooled,
whatever
if
it
you're
was.
homeschooled, you know,
Your mom is on Facebook.
Yeah, your mom
Yeah.
knows everybody else that homeschools.
Yeah, everyone in the city or county, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, the county, because
Yeah.
we went to homeschool things up in Orange County.
Yeah.
And like, what in the world?
And this
You
is
know,
weird.
It's not even our
because
county, bro.
I was going to park days before Facebook was even a thing, dude.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I don't
these
know how
these
they
were
know?
these were organized like
No,
before
this
email even, like just
this
on the
is
phone
your-
talking, "Hey Susan, we're going there on Friday, meeting at 12."
exactly.
Yep, all right.
This is your mom has a church directory, and she knows all the families in that homeschool in your church, and she's calling them up, and then they're calling
Yeah.
their friends, and then we
Yeah.
all come to the park days, and they meet each other,
That's
exchange
right.
phone numbers.
That's
and then-
right.
That's how that happened.
San Diego
That
City
had to be-
parks never were more busy
So
on Fridays.
basically, at these park days, all these moms bring all their kids and say, "All right, kids, don't get kidnapped." And they all just sit
Yeah.
down in a big circle with all of these curriculum books.
I-
They
Yes.
talk about their kids, talk about how bad Johnny was this week. They talk about the different curriculum that they're using. They trade books.
Oh,
you know, kinda
this
like
is
Pokemon
also-
cards. You're trading cards with each other, but they're trading like curriculum.
This is
books.
where the moms learn about a different topic. Like if they don't know
Right.
something, there might be a mom that knows because she took a class in college and knows about this topic,
Yeah,
right? So this
yeah.
is where it all just like
Uh-huh.
And then
meshes together.
There's always what I call like in that group. That's what I call like the alpha mom.
Oh yes.
Which is
Okay.
This is the one who organizes the
Yes.
park
Yes,
days.
and
She's
if-
the leader.
If you're the kid,
It's the
you walk
organizer,
up-
that's what it's
yeah,
called.
yes, but
She's
if
the organizer.
yeah, but not to a kid.
But-
Not to a kid. As a kid, you walk up and you know who the alpha mom is because all the other
Yeah.
moms follow that mom. And the idea of your mom following somebody else is like, bro. And if there's a kid,
Yeah.
whose mom is the alpha mom, that kid is automatically like slightly on a better tier. level wise, even though
That's
like
interesting. I've never thought of that before.
oh
I mean, I knew that there
like
was an organizer, but like, who was even?
that's just how your brain as a kid, that's how your brain works. Like
I thought
okay,
Mrs. Dorset was like the organizer for our
uh
group.
maybe yeah, she probably
Maybe
could have
at
been.
one point
Yeah,
she was.
Jeff was the alpha kid.
Yeah.
No.
No, but legit, like you would go to these park days and you would just know who the even if you
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
go, you would know
Here,
who it
let me give an
was.
example. This is like when I was super, super, super young. I was like maybe, I don't know, 5 to 7 or something.
Right.
I was at a
Okay.
park day and I did something. I like hurt myself or something. And I started bawling, crying. And I ran towards the moms to go find my mom. And I don't know what exactly. This is just scarred into my memory, okay? I remember running up and just seeing a leg. Like I'm like way smaller than the moms, right? So I go up and just grab this leg, thinking that it's my mom, and I just start crying into my mom's leg. And then I look up and it's the alpha mom. And
Oh no.
she's not my mom. And I was like, oh! I was like, what the heck? And I was like,
It's
where's
like
my mom?
it's like walking into the king's throne room unannounced.
And you just,
And you're just
I just
hoping
like,
you're hoping she extends the
yeah,
scepter for you
yeah,
to like touch
exactly,
it and live
exactly.
another day.
You look up,
Yeah.
and
But I
then
mean,
and the mom's like,
You're like, oh no.
what are you doing? I'm like, no, not at all like that. Everybody's super chill, but like this is from the perspective of a kid. Like
yeah,
your
yeah.
mind's racing, going, "Oh my
Right,
gosh, I'm
child.
so like I'm so
Yeah,
embarrassed." Like,
I'm so embarrassed. I'm in so much trouble.
yeah,
Or
exactly.
something
Like,
like that.
yeah, I
So
just disrupted the
A
alpha
million,
moms
a
meeting.
million
Like,
thoughts run through your mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
my dude, I remember we had park days. And actually, William and Rose came to a couple of mine, which was
Bro, I
funny
never saw
because
you at a park day, bro. Which park days were
yeah,
you
I don't
at?
know. I don't know if we just ran in different circles, the Heritage and the Grace. Like, I don't know if there's like street feuds happening or what.
I think there
Like, if this
were.
was
I
like us,
think
like
there were.
it's like
I'm sure there are
it's
still
like
today.
the Crips and the Bloods of
Yeah,
homeschooling in
dude.
San Diego.
I'm telling you.
But
On the faded Awana circles in the back of the parking lot of the church.
yeah,
You'll just find them there.
you'd
behind
have
behind the Sunshine House at
you'd
Lemon
have like
Grove.
whatever macaroni necklace you made last week. Are those your colors, homie? You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's like the Anchorman fight scenes,
yeah.
but with a
So,
bunch of homeschool.
but for my, I mean, I very well could have seen Michael at a park day or not because this is way before we were friends.
Maybe.
Um,
I don't know.
but we no, we always had the same park day. It was up at this park off of if you go out the 67, Michael, a little bit past where the 52 junction is, like the next exit. Come
Yeah.
back a little bit, Shadow Hill Park. You can also get there from Queamac, like yeah. Oh, actually, pull it up on maps if you can,
Doing
because
it.
and use the satellite because I have a store. I'll tell you. Yeah, yeah. See if you get the satellite overlay.
Oh, wait. This is where I had my first flag football practice.
Yeah.
That is really funny.
So yeah. So this park, you can kind of see the layout. There's the parking lot. You had your nice little track where we'd run laps.
I
Or whatever.
never went to a park day here.
That big blues gazebo thing, that big one in the front right there.
Yeah.
All the moms would sit under that and talk.
That's right.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right
Yeah,
here.
so I
I've been to this
remember
park.
like I think it was like I want to say it was a weird day. Like it wasn't a regular day for park days 'cause
I've
those were
been to
usually
park
on
days
Fridays.
here.
Those are
Oh.
But
usually on Fridays, but I had it on Tuesday
yeah,
or Thursday or whatever. So then yeah, so if you look kind of off to the left over there, you can see the trail that goes around and there's
Oh,
kind
dude,
of a
this park had a trail, bro. You
yeah,
could seriously
that's
get
kind of
kidnapped
like
over
a
here.
wooded area. And that's a bigger trail than it looks like.
Yeah.
That's deceiving.
I mean, that's a whole tennis court part.
Yeah, those are 2 whole tennis courts and a full basketball court.
Dude, and there's some elevation
So
gain going on. Look at
but
that, bro.
okay, do you see how you have past the trail, you have that little dip, that little
Oh.
gully?
Oh. My computer's telling me to free up storage. Okay. Sorry.
So if you look past the trail, you can see the little gully. That's like a dry. I don't know if it's a dried riverbed.
Oh,
or
that's a
what
dry
it is.
riverbed, bro. That's
So
oh man.
that is where all the kids whose moms were like Cool Moms. That's where they had airsoft battles
Oh,
at the park
bro,
days.
what? You had
We never had
airsoft?
airsoft
You
battles.
had airsoft
So-
battles?
World?
What the? Bro, you're
I-
bringing airsoft guns to this park?
Dude, I swear, I was never allowed to go do it though, because my mom was like
Oh,
concerned
I
that
bet
I'd like,
you-
get my eyes shot out.
I bet you was the alpha mom and like her close
One of,
circles
her
kids.
kid was one of them. Yeah, so all the cool kids would go off like they would go off and like be full on in this dried riverbed having a full on like reenacting Vietnam with their airsoft guns.
Dude,
And
what?
I would be
Bro,
be
where
up
was
here,
I?
like-
Dude, I want to go to this park today.
I know, dude,
Can
and
we
I
go
would
now?
Yeah, like.
I would
Are they
be up
holding
here-
it? Oh,
Wait, no.
I would
Show
be up
with our
here,
airsoft
like-
guns, all these little kids. Hey, fellas, we come in full like military or SWAT gear. You know?
Yeah. So those are the
Just
cool
start
kids.
chucking just airsoft nades at them.
Those are the cool kids off having like airsoft battles in this like dry riverbed, which was legit. And I'm like 12 years old, and I had an airsoft gun. It was full auto too. Like
Oh,
this thing was
snap,
like
dog.
this thing
No full
slapped,
auto
dude.
in the
Yo,
building.
maybe
So-
a podcast episode we talk about airsoft stories because I have.
I've never
Amazing.
played airsoft.
Okay, we'll have to
I've
talk
never
about that
played-
sometime.
That's I'm
That's
so
big
sad.
sad
Yeah.
moments for you, my guy.
Okay, but this airsoft gun, dude, it was full auto. It had hop up, which was like if you know anything about airsoft guns, hop up is like the best because it keeps it from arcing. 'Cause it spins it backwards, so it,
Oh
like,
yeah.
as it's coming down, it keeps up, and you get more range out of it. Full auto, it's shaped like an MP5. I think it could hold like 100 rounds or something. And you just literally like there wasn't even a mag. Like you opened this little slider on the top and just poured rounds into it.
Dude, I
from the
want to.
top.
Dude, I want to point out.
Sounds like
This-
a gun jam. waiting
No,
to
it like
happen.
almost never jammed.
Dude, I want to point out. This is. I was talking to a friend about this not too long ago. This is the time. Like this was literally 10 years ago, right? You could.
Yeah.
Full on walk around. I guess maybe depending on the neighborhood, but where I lived, and like obviously this park, you could walk around in full like camouflage gear with like vests on and
Right.
airsoft guns that are shaped like
Uh-huh.
real guns,
Yep.
and everybody was chill
And
about
they
it.
look like other than the orange tip on the
Yeah,
end.
and
know,
sometimes if you were, if you were one of
spray
the,
paint,
yeah, exactly, spray paint can, black spray paint, or black duct tape. Like,
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm just like, I honestly could not even fathom like, even if I had a kid right now, like I 100% would be down for my kid playing airsoft and doing that stuff. Like, but I
Absolutely.
cannot think right now with the type of climate, like my kid walking around with an airsoft gun just seems so like
No.
foreign to me.
Yeah.
But that was 10 years ago. That was just like.
Yeah.
It's
That wasn't that long ago.
insane how like much time. It's just crazy to me.
And it wasn't even a
How-
lot of time.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
we
We'll
live
leave.
in a
We'll leave that
society.
for airsoft. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Airsoft/Nerfs podcast because that's gonna be amazing.
So,
But
So-
for nothing. Boy.
yeah.
my mom legitimately, this is how scared she was of airsoft guns, where I would be like, yeah, well, I'll wear goggles. Nobody else wore goggles, but I was like, let me play. I'll wear
Well,
goggles.
that
like
means
I
they're
was
just
trying.
stupid if they're not wearing goggles.
I was
or
trying to bargain
glasses.
her down though. Okay, but when you're 12, like you don't care about that stuff.
I care, dude. I'm not trying to get my eye hit with BB. What the heck?
But okay, so anyway,
I also cared.
and
I
she
was,
was like,
not
well,
dumb.
she's like, it could go in your ear. And at that point, like I knew that I was never like gonna get to play airsoft until I turned 18. And
Oh,
then by
no.
that time, like there's not enough of like, I never really had an opportunity because life happens. But yeah,
Right.
that was
Life
park day
happens.
every day, and I'd be up here playing basketball, wishing I was in the trenches in Nam, right over the bridge
Literally,
there.
right? Like,
Yeah,
what is that? Measure
it's literally
distance.
It's literally like 40 feet
The
from-
90 feet away, 83
yeah,
feet
90
away.
feet away.
Oh, I'm not even streaming. 83 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
80 feet away, they were having the time of their life, and I was trying to play hoops, and I suck at basketball. I've never been good at basketball.
Same.
Same.
despite
bunch
being
of
we
bunch
all
of
have
top.
height.
We all have
Yeah.
a height.
Height, and they were asked all the time, "Oh, did you play basketball?" No, I
Exactly.
didn't play basketball.
we're all over 6 feet.
Opportunity. Well, that's like the problem with being homeschooled. You don't get to play any sports.
No, but they had leagues
Uh,
and stuff. I was never allowed to play
I
sports
mean,
either.
I played
No,
football.
my
they
mom,
don't
my mom
count
thought I'd get hurt though. Like
That's
the best I ever
at
got was
all.
pickup football at Royal Rangers or after church or whatever.
Yeah, my
You
sports
know,
was getting together with the homeschool families and playing
That's right.
football, playing Six Flags Up, or playing Three
Six
Flags
Flags
Up.
Up, dude. I haven't heard
Yeah,
Three
yeah.
Flags Up. I haven't
Flags
heard
Up.
that in such a long time.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been
Um,
a while. Or just
What a
pick up
game.
games of any kind of sport with a ball. pretty
Yeah.
much.
Jeremiah,
Whatever equipment we had or could
Yeah.
get a rig to be able to play.
do you want?
You
Pretty
take
much.
off your shoes and make touch end zones
Yeah,
with
Yep.
them.
yeah. Ain't
Yep.
no got time. We don't got time for phones.
Ain't got
Jeremiah-
time.
Head cones.
Jeremiah, do you want to talk about? Because me and you had the same park day for a while, like the Andersons,
Well, yeah,
Dorsets
until it got disbanded.
got disbanded.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Well, it's
I
like-
don't even know.
Actually, no, it didn't get disbanded. We just grew up.
Yeah, I was like, wait, disbanded? What happened? I'm like,
because all of our families, right? They all left at the same time. That's because all of our
yeah,
kids were the same age.
exactly.
Oh my god! Whoa!
We,
It
for
could've
all
been-
we
because
know,
I
it could
remember
have.
as
It's,
we were growing up.
dude, it might be still
more and more
going
people-
right now. We have no
They
idea.
could be. They could be.
We should
yeah.
go there this Friday.
Yeah, we
Just,
should-
I'm just
Well,
kidding.
Alright, so we'll have to figure out. That's kind of weird though.
I'm joking. We should not go to a
Okay.
park where there's a bunch of
All right,
kids.
once we have kids.
FBI,
we'll take
stop
our kids
listening to
there.
this.
Sleeper
Anyways, Jeremiah and I, initially we went. My mom took us to a park day. That's the park day where I ran up and grabbed the alpha mom's leg. That was the original park day I went to from as long as I could remember to I don't know. Once I started, I guess going to the Awana, I guess at Lemon Grove, because then we went to the park day with the Andersons. So, which then you were at that park day, and I guess that's how I know your family. Now that I'm thinking about it, that in Awana,
Yeah,
guys
because
both
we
start going
went
to the-
to. I remember
they weren't going to the chapel by then.
No.
We were doing park day way before.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. It might have been around the same time. I don't know. I have some pretty vague memories of stuff.
we were going to that
Where-
park day since 2002 or something like that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways,
and
do you want to
we
describe it,
decided-
Jeremiah?
Anyways,
How was the park day?
there was a park,
And that was
and it was
it.
daytime.
and it was in the day.
Yeah, that was it.
Once a month, families, homeschool families, gather.
Sometimes
around
twice a month,
celebrate
right? No, or just once a month. Just always once a month.
Mine was bi-weekly, I think. We went twice a month.
Bro, when it was that time of month, I was super excited.
Yeah, it was always the best day of the month.
Yeah.
Every single month.
It's like,
it was
oh,
the best
dude,
day
the
of the month.
third Friday coming up
Because-
next week, dude.
You know, you a mom comes over and says, "Hey, tomorrow's park day."
Oh yeah, dude.
Sweet,
What?
awesome. And then that day comes, and she's like, "All right, everybody, get this stuff together." And you're like, "Huh? What?" Most of the time, it was a big hassle because of how many kids in the family.
Yeah,
Everybody's
That's-
getting ready.
wasn't a problem
A
over
lot
here.
of the mornings of the park day were some of the hectic mornings.
It was more hectic than church mornings, bro.
Like, we need to get our food ready. We need to pack our snacks. Got to do all
Oh
that.
yeah, you had to have your lunchbox
Dude,
with your carrot sticks and your juice
Exactly,
boxes.
dude.
Yeah.
Because you ain't showing up to a park day after lunch, dude. It's practically
Yeah, it's-
over.
Yeah,
You can't be doing that.
You
Can't be
show up
doing
around
that.
10 a.m. and then you stay there till 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And from what
Something like that.
the crazy thing, from what I remember about park days, yours might have been different, but I don't think they ever had food for us.
No,
it was
no,
was
it
never-
was your own food.
Nobody ever like
it was never a
coordinated and was
party.
like, let's
Yeah.
all bring pizza. Like nothing.
No.
Like even
It
the
was not a
basic.
potluck.
No,
Not
yeah.
by the slightest.
Yeah.
No,
No,
No.
this was if you don't have food, you're going hungry until we get home.
Yeah.
So
That's why,
yeah,
that's why mom says make your stuff,
Yeah.
make your PB. Somebody was designated as the peanut butter jelly sandwich maker. Somebody was designated as the water bottle filler.
everybody
You
had
know?
their role to play to
Everybody
get
had
ready for
their
the park
role.
day.
Dude, that's
And
interesting.
For the little
Actually-
ones, it was like you need to make sure that this one is ready to go, and
That
you better
part-
be ready to go too,
That
or
park is
else
one of the
you're
nicer
getting
parks.
left. And it's like I ain't being left behind.
I
Oh,
know,
should we
that-
here?
honestly.
I'm gonna pull up our park.
Yeah, I want to see
Our
yours.
park, right? Yeah.
But
Our park's over by Harry Griffith, kind of Northmont.
And, okay, something that was really, really funny about it, about our park days, is there's a school that's like across the street, and almost every
Mount Helix
day
Academy.
around lunchtime they would come to the park for their lunch, and they would, or like not their lunch, but like after lunch or whatever, before lunch. I don't know. Whatever,
Yeah.
recess. I guess.
yeah.
I guess that's what the kids call it. And
Aw,
they would
dude,
basically, every time
throwbacks,
they
man.
would come, they would basically say, "Get off of our grass. This is our grass.
I
You
don't
guys aren't allowed to
remember
play
this.
on this
Wow.
grass."
What?
Yo,
With
there was
your-
literal turf wars happening at this park, dude.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was the teachers telling us that we can't play on the grass because it was their, it's because they have all these kids from this class, and I guess they must have like talked to our moms and told us, "Hey, we don't want your kids like playing with
We
us."
don't want your
or something like
unsocialized
that.
homeschoolers.
Yeah, because
organizing with ours.
or at least my mom told us we're not allowed to when they come down to play at the park, we need to stay away from them. It's like, well,
And that's
okay.
kind of like that
And
kind
not
of is
because
like
of
the
stranger
epitome.
danger. It wasn't
Right.
that kind of thing. It was like you guys aren't allowed to.
It's like the epitome of kind of like why at least I was homeschooled in the first place is stuff like that. That goes on in public school. That's just like it's so much of that like stuff that as a kid like you don't understand why, but it's damaging to you as a kid, And you grow up with that kind of
I
thing.
will
mean,
say
it's
I don't
probably a lot of
remember.
people.
This must have been
No.
before our time
Like,
because
when
I
they
I
would-
don't
they would
remember
grab
this.
That big parachute thing, right? That big colorful parachute.
Oh.
Thing. All the kids would go grab that, go out into the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter if we were playing catch. It didn't matter if we were playing ultimate frisbee or whatever.
That's true.
They'd go out there in the middle of the place, stop whatever game we're doing, and they'd come out and do that parachute thing.
That's
and just do
right,
that
dude. The
parachute
stupid
thing.
parachute
That
thing,
stupid
dude.
parachute thing. I
that's
always wanted
super
to do it, but I
scummy, dude.
never could.
That's super scummy.
Oh, dude, you remember? Do you remember? Oh, whoa! What is this going on over here? All right. Do you remember, dude? Do you remember these? This slide right here. You want to describe that slide?
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you want to describe the most painful
Video.
slide ever?
Not gonna lie. This playground was not the most well kept playground.
This was the. If you want the definition of tetanus, this, this was it.
Yeah, this slide right here that he's looking at is
This has been
it's a
decommissioned, by the
bunch
way.
of
This is
metal.
way gone.
So say we're at a factory, right? Say we're in the loading bay of a warehouse, and the truck comes in. They take all of the boxes from that truck and throw it on a conveyor belt. That conveyor belt is that slide. Only
Oh,
this
no.
one, instead of the rolly things rolling, they don't move like they're supposed to. For some reason they're always stuck together.
Oh no, I've never been to that park, but I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like the things they
Yes.
have at the fair when you're in those like stupid like obstacle course house things
Right,
in the
yes,
fun
yes.
zone, and they're
Uh-huh.
like rolling.
And
You're trying to
you
walk
stand
across
on
it.
and
Yes.
you have to
Yeah.
slide across it.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
some of them just don't move. So
Yep.
when you hit that one, you just fly on your
Yep.
face. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
And it's all
man.
wood
Yep.
chips, so you'd go flying into wood
Uh-huh.
chips.
Into wood chips. The floor was just wood chips.
Yep.
So the amount of splinters
Yep.
and tetanus shots that you had to keep up to date I think that's why you actually had tetanus shots back then, because
Because of these
playground
playgrounds.
yeah, yeah,
Dude,
like everything
Dude.
just so. They had this. There was also this wooden bridge, right? And we play tag on that bridge. Play
oh,
the floor is lava,
yeah.
and people fall on their faces all the time, and when you fall, your hands out, and then you lift up and you're, oh yeah, everything's good. Then you look at your hands
This
and
is
you're
like,
freaking, yeah, your hands are pierced, like
oh no.
this one guy, who his hands got pierced.
Oh, oh.
uh,
I
Is this the gospel
oh
segment coming in?
oh no. No,
Anyways,
dude,
this slide,
yeah.
Jeremiah hasn't finished this, but this slide, dude, literally a bunch of different rollers. And I remember getting my fingers like pinched by them
Yeah.
on the weekly.
True.
Like
So
that was the
true.
like you would never roll down that thing with your fingers flat like this,
Never
right?
put your hands on
No,
that.
you never put your
Never
hands.
put your hands on.
Always fists. You made a fist
Yep.
going down. You're like,
Uh-huh.
okay, I'm not gonna get
Because if you
pinched.
didn't, your
Yeah.
fingers would roll on the ones that actually rolled, and then they'd go.
Yeah,
And then it would,
exactly.
like, pinch your hand, put
Yeah,
your hands down
yeah,
and grind
and you're like,
it.
yeah, and all the girls, like if they wore a dress, that was like if you're in a game of tag, right, and there's a girl chasing you, and you're like, oh, there's a girl chasing me, right, dude, and she had a dress, you like instantly go down the slide because she ain't going down it. She's not following you down that slide because, dude, any little like side flap of any piece of clothing, dude,
Any
And then it's
fabric
just
sticking
gonna
out.
rip
it's gonna
straight
just.
off. Yeah.
It's like a vacuum.
Well, not necessarily rip, but you're gonna be stuck to the slide.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna roll, and it's gonna like roll up whatever fabric you have and get you pinned to the slide, and you can't move.
Yeah.
I remember the nicer playgrounds had like mulch, like rubber mulch.
Oh yeah.
that you
Hey,
land
this
in, but I
ain't.
remember like Harry Griffin.
Nah, this ain't that.
kinda
This
like,
This ain't it, Chief.
ain't it, dude.
I mean, they literally had workout benches on the other side of the park, which
Yeah.
were just wooden bricks.
Yeah.
Or like wooden logs that were like cut into like rectangles. Or,
Yeah.
like, cube rectangle things, and they have
Well,
like these
uh,
holds on them so you can like do whatever
pull up
workout.
where they're
bars.
trying to
So-
like pass it off as an aesthetic, but it just like it's because they're cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
you go on those. I guess it was supposed to be petrified, but it wasn't.
Dude,
It
I like to
wasn't
point
petrified
out. I
at
like to
all.
point out.
There's like a
Yeah,
sheet of
you
lacquer
basically
over
lie
it.
down on it,
Coat
and
of
your
lacquer.
back immediately gets like impaled.
I like to point out
Oh,
this
no.
playground was like we were kind of smaller back then. We were kids, but I remember having to duck so much to go around
Right.
that. They had these bars like literally every. It was like it was a module, right? So there was a bunch of these squares, and every square had like a cross beam going across it. It was like every single time, dude. I remember hitting my forehead so many
Yep.
times on that thing. You like.
Mhm.
Sorry guys, Michael ran out of
Technical difficulties.
hardware space.
But-
Hardware space, hard drive space.
Hardware space.
So
It
yeah.
happens. It's only
Um,
our third episode. We still in that window where we get this. We
Well,
get.
I mean,
exceed-
if you came here expecting quality content or even content at all, you came to the wrong spot.
we told you content is not included.
That
Yeah,
content is
there's
not
there's no
included.
content here.
But I kind of wanted to talk a little because this has been a lot about park days. But I kind of wanted to talk about like the whole home aspect of homeschooling.
Oh, is that what we were supposed to talk about?
I had some
Maybe we should do a homeschool part 2 because we could do a full episode about that too.
We could.
Yeah, I mean, we spent.
Let's
most of this
yeah,
episode
let's
talking about
just
parks.
let's just just touch on it. We have like 10 minutes.
Homeschool part 2.
Yeah.
Next. Okay. Well, I mean, for me, it was there's a conception out there that homeschooling is like, yeah, you wake up whenever, eat breakfast, keep your jammies, do school in your jammies. But for me, growing up, like years 1 through 7, right? I had a schedule that my
Yeah.
mom made me follow, and I had to wake up at like 7 in the morning, which even as a kid, I remember being this is like as a kid, like you can wake up kind of earlier and it's okay. But even as a kid, I remember being like, this is early. Like 7 and my mom wanted to like prepare me for the real world or whatever. But all I remember was just being super irritated. And then this is the funny part. Okay, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday were oatmeal days.
Oh, what?
So yeah,
Oatmeal
so I
days.
had I had the same
Yo, you had a
breakfast
meal
schedule
plan?
every week.
You had a
Yeah, I
meal
had a
plan?
meal, legitimately had a meal plan every week,
A
right?
meal
So
plan?
yeah, dude, my mom was like all about structure. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday were oatmeal days.
Yo, by the way, sorry. This park, super lame. This is what it's like now. Like, what the heck, dude? Look at this playground.
That's pretty
Uh,
garbage, dude. Looks safer.
It looks like you ain't gonna get tetanus, but like,
That's
holy
what I'm saying.
cow, that's like
Bring
I
back
mean,
so
you're not
small.
gonna
Technicolor.
get tetanus, but you're not gonna have any fun either.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
No tetanus, no fun. Okay, sorry.
so
Wow, that
Monday, Wednesday,
sucks.
Friday were oatmeal days, and it wasn't like legit oatmeal. My mom, I don't know where she got them, but she got these like packages of like organic like instant oats.
It's from
And
Trader
then
Joe's, dude.
no, it wasn't even from Trader Joe's. I think it was like from GTM or something, and it wasn't
Uh,
even like a name brand. It was just these like it was literally like these boxes, and you'd open them up, and there'd be like 6 packages, and you know the packages that like MREs come in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there was that color, but it was a tiny little like packet, and you'd rip it open and pour it out, and it's just oats, like dried oats. And then they tried
Whoa.
to make them better by like adding like freeze
Oh,
dried like
okay.
apples and stuff,
Yeah, it's
and
like
like
it's the
cinnamon.
off-brand Quaker instant oats.
Yeah, but these were organic, so they were like healthy, right? So then you like, so I remember waking up,
What do
and
you
I
mean
have to like,
organic? They're oats. What? Wha- what? Organic oats? Well, that's kind of
Ah,
redundant, isn't it?
or free
Why didn't you get the
range.
Quaker with the freaking peaches and cream, dude?
you could ask, you could, dude, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on my mom and like anything with like partially hydrogenated, fully hydrogenated, artificial color. Dude, we could do a whole
Oh
episode just about
no.
that.
Oh
Like,
no.
I
but I had these like instant
I
oats. I
think
remember
this is
having
why
to,
Paul's scarred.
dude, I remember having to get up at 7 in the morning,
Oh boy.
tired as heck, and then I had to put on clothes, even though I wasn't going anywhere.
You
I
had to
couldn't keep
put
my
on
PJs
clothes.
on.
Hold up,
No,
what?
like I
Did you
couldn't.
not normally put on clothes? Is
Nah,
the
you
No,
usually just put it
I,
on
I mean like,
style.
Bennett's
yeah,
house was a little more
no,
casual than other
like
It was
places.
most
structured in some ways, but in others.
most kids that I talk to, I would be like, "Yeah, we do school in our pajamas." And like, I'd have to get up. It's cold in the house, and I gotta like strip down and put on clothes like I'm going somewhere. When I'm not going anywhere all day, and I know it, and my mom knows it. But
Yep.
so I'd have to put on clothes,
Oh.
come out there, pour my little instant oatmeal in my bowl, and then turn the tea kettle on. Do like
Yeah,
morning
I
Bible
mean,
reading or whatever.
yeah, when we would like always have to like get ready, but the only thing that we never had to do was like shoes. Like we didn't really have
Yeah,
to
I
wear
didn't have to put
shoes
on. I didn't
ever.
have to wear shoes.
Yeah,
Uh,
unless it was time to go outside. Then it was like, all right, get out of the house, get your shoes on, you know.
uh,
But thankfully, we had a pretty big yard, or we have a pretty
Yeah,
big yard, so we could just play in our backyard.
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Tuesday and Thursday kind of rotated. Usually it was some variation of like eggs and some sausage or something.
right.
So those were good days, but literally like sometimes I'd get protein with the oatmeal and sometimes I wouldn't. So then I just get a bowl of oatmeal at like 7:30 in the morning, and then I'm hungry like by as I'm a guy, and I'm like growing. I get hungry by like 10 or 11 if I get that far. So then I'd be hungry, and my mom would get mad at me for like being hungry. Like in the middle, like it's not lunchtime yet, so like I try to like have to like go to the fridge when she wasn't looking and like sneak string cheeses out,
Oh
or like
snap, dude!
or like
Smuggling
like
string cheeses, dude.
yeah,
Dang, Paul
dude,
was stealing from the cafeteria.
yeah, dude.
Yo.
Dang. Sneaking behind the cafeteria lunch lady.
But I don't like.
Dang,
Did you
dude.
guys have like similar like experiences to that, or
Um,
I mean,
I
there
don't
was
think.
time for school and then there was time
Yeah,
for eating.
yeah.
We
I
wouldn't really be allowed to eat while we were doing school.
yeah,
yeah. There was like that's weird. Is like growing up, everything wasn't as consistent as I think yours was. Like There's times
Yeah,
where
very inconsistent.
there was a time
Yeah.
when we had very strict schedules, and then there was
Uh-huh.
times where it was just like, yeah, whatever. And then
Yeah.
it also changed as you grew up. So like the more you
Yeah.
grew up, the more responsibilities you got. So the more like high school years, it was like, okay, you need to wake up and go do a run for exercise type of thing, and
So high
that's on
school,
you. But um
high
yeah,
school was where it got lax for me.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's why I went to a public school for my last 2 years, because I was too
relaxed.
relaxed,
Let me put
because
it
I
to you this
literally
way.
wasn't doing anything.
When I say lax, I mean my mom kind of let up on some of that stuff. So let me put it to you like this: in
Here,
my
real
house,
quick. Sorry, real quick. We have like 5 minutes, so we'll save some of this for part two. But like, we'll give a brief summary, and then we'll continue this conversation part two. But
so
yeah, go ahead.
in high school, in my house, we had our like my house has a living room and it's got kind of a nice open area to the kitchen. And then in the kitchen against the wall, we had the desk with the computer on it that I was using to watch the videos that I talked about earlier, right? And then in the entrance, kind of like between the kitchen and the living room, which is pretty wide, I have my dad had like a lazy boy recliner. So what I would do was my mom would go out to like go shopping and she'd be gone for hours. So I'd turn the lazy boy like because it was facing in the living room towards the TV. So I'd turn the lazy boy around, do like a 180 towards the computer, and then I'd recline it. So I'm laying back in a lazy boy watching my videos for school. And then I would fall asleep during like Spanish class or whatever
What
and
the
have to
heck?
like I'd wake up and it'd just be at the end of the video and I'd have to like restart the whole thing like the last place I remembered like seeing something.
Oh
But it was
no.
kind of funny going from like wake up at 7 every day, eating oatmeal every like this many days a week, same days, same breakfast plan, to falling asleep in a lazy boy in Spanish
And
class.
and that's kind of the beauty of being homeschooled, is
Yeah.
it can really be whatever you want it to be, you
Yeah.
know. But not to say it's not a lot of work for your parents. Whoever your parent is, if you're thinking about homeschooling, you just got to know that there's you got to put in a lot of work to make sure that your kids are actually doing school,
And it's not to
because
say that the
they can
school
get
like
away with a lot of stuff.
yeah. It's not to say the quality of the learning isn't good either. I think that's a common misconception is that homeschool kids are dumber or
Right.
don't
And
get
you don't
the
need to
same
be like
quality
the
of
most
learning.
intelligent person, like most like studious person. Like you got straight A's, you know everything about every subject, because nobody does.
Yeah.
You just got to know how to point them in the right direction to where they can learn.
Yeah. Well, the beauty about homeschooling too is that it's, in a sense, single pupil focused. So if if like you're really interested into math and you're insanely good at math, then that's something that can really be like honed in on as
Yeah.
something that has a potential career in or something like that, or like science or I don't know, martial arts or stuff like that. So it's, or vice versa, if it's something a student really struggles in, they can get all the focus on it as possible,
It
and
allows for flexibility
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not,
You go at your own pace.
yeah,
Whatever pace that you are at, that is the pace that the class is moving.
yeah,
Right.
and
And sometimes, you need to pick it up. You need to pick up your slack a little bit and do a little bit more work, try a little bit harder, spend a little bit extra time working on this, assignment that you have to do.
yeah, there's
But
obviously
it doesn't.
like,
The class doesn't move on without you.
yeah, there's obvious criterias, like at the end of the day you're still having to meet requirements to graduate high school,
Right.
and
Yes.
so you still like have milestones you have to hit, but it's in the sense that like if at week 4 of math class you are completely stumped on something, well, in homeschool, you're not going to move on until you actually know that and you learn about that.
Right.
And then the following weeks, you'll move on. And because you focus so much time on that, then this next stuff for the next couple of weeks actually is somewhat easier because the previous thing you just learned, which ties into what you're learning now, like, and something like that, where I feel like in more traditional schools, it's like, well, you got an F, move on to the next thing.
Yep.
In a
You got
sense.
enough. Oh well.
And
You
there's
you don't have any idea what the subject's about. Well, good thing we're moving
Yeah.
on to the next one. Oh wait, this has that you have to use what I just failed
Yeah.
in the same equation.
And
what?
there's obviously there's like tutor systems and stuff like that, but like it's not nearly the same as like your teacher is the one. It's a one-on-one type of situation in a sense that like and it also is a thing where it's your parent, like whether it's your mom or your dad. Like I know there are some families where the mom worked full-time as a nurse and the dad homeschooled, you know, there's families like that. But either way, it's your parent is wanting to make sure that his or her child's succeeding, so they're focusing on it too, and they're also learning. So
that's a big part of it too, is it's not, and it's not to say that there aren't great teachers in the public and private school
no,
system
yeah, not at all.
genuinely do care about investing in.
They just have way more kids, and
That's true.
they're getting.
There are some that are just, and especially the higher up, like this is more when you get towards high school and college even, but even in grade school, there are some teachers that are just there for a paycheck. And
Yeah.
they don't care if the students learn or not. They're there to check off their list and go home.
I guess
You know,
I guess in a sense
you
it
don't
can
run the risk of that.
Yeah, you don't run the risk of that. That's something in a school system that can easily become something like that. Yeah, you're just there for the check. But yeah, it's like it's not at all the same system. So I don't know. All right, homeschooling. We need to continue this on homeschooling part 2. But
yeah, definitely
homeschooling.
Part 2, I probably could tackle more misconceptions. I feel like there's a lot of. I've heard a lot of things just people find out I'm homeschooled and they go, you know, they're like, "Well,
next time
you're so not socialized,
we'll talk
right?"
about we'll debunk the myths
Debunking myths
of homeschooling, and we'll prove correct the stereotypes,
and talk about some field trips too, because we had some good field trips.
Yeah. Oh,
nice. Yeah. Well, boys.
But let me tell you, my best field trips was when I was in high school.
Oh.
We'll hear about that. Next time too, I hope.
The Balboa Park vibes.
The Balboa Park story.
Hearing.
Yeah.
All right, boys. It's been fun. We'll catch you later on the next one. That almost rhymed.
See you later.